cannot believe this actually happened. Oh my god. Anyways, welcome to the AFC South Week 12 review, Part 2. I cannot believe this victory actually happened. The Tennessee Titans destroyed the Indianapolis Colts. Man, I cannot believe this game actually happened that way. I mean, it was a blowout. At the beginning, they were evenly matched. But then when Anthony Costanzo was ruled out due to injury, the Titans defense rose up to the occasion. I mean, seriously, that was one hell of a game. I'm proud to be wearing this Tennessee Titans hat today because we got a lot. Still, I think this victory wasn't a total victory because the Colts were without some of their key defensive players. They were without Ryan Kelly as well, and Anthony Costanzo was ruled out due to injury. But still, King Henry rose up today. King Henry was on fire today. 178 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. I cannot believe it. That actually happened. We also got to see Breon Borders intercept Phillip Rivers. Breon Borders. I cannot believe it. True, the Colts came back at the second half when they got the ball back. The first half was 35-14, but then the Colts came roaring right back. But their roar wasn't loud enough. Ours was. As I'm sure you know, Phillip Rivers got intercepted by Breon Borders who was on our practice squad. And of course, we also got that special teams touchdown from A.J. Brown after they were trying to get the ball back, but A.J. Brown got the ball and went in for the touchdown. I mean, seriously, that was insanity. I am serious. Even though the Titans defense gave up points in the end, they still did an amazing job. I'm hoping they carry that strength next week. Still, I think the main star on the Colts offense that they should be proud with is the backup quarterback Jacoby Brissett. He scored 2 rushing touchdowns in the game today, so it wasn't Phillip Rivers' exact show completely. Phillip Rivers did indeed score 2 touchdowns, but he did make that 1 interception, which was done by Breon Borders. But of course, there was a double injury update. Luckily, it wasn't too serious by Kenny Vaccaro and Tant. I thought it was going to be Desmond King on the floor, but no. Thank God I didn't go live. You would have had me seeing Desmond King injury comments. Oh my God. Anyways, yeah, the Tennessee Titans won 45-26. And right now in the AFC South playoff picture, the Tennessee Titans control the 3rd seed at the moment, and the Colts, they are now placed in the 7th seed because the Las Vegas Raiders blew at Atlanta. I cannot believe that. That was another shocking game. So yeah, if the playoffs were to happen today, the Tennessee Titans would be hosting the Miami Dolphins, and the Indianapolis Colts would be playing either the Pittsburgh Steelers if they get their first loss, or the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champs, who are playing at Tampa Bay right now. That is also another option. Anyways, let's move on to the Cleveland Browns and Jacksonville Jaguars game. Man, it was a squeak out. I mean, seriously, the game was this close. I mean, I didn't see the whole thing because I was watching the Tennessee Titans and Indianapolis Colts game, but still, Baker Mayfield and Nick Chubb stood up today. But James Robinson was a rushing beast there. Baker Mayfield had 250 yards and passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Nick Chubb, he had about 144 rushing yards and a touchdown. But the receiver that stood up today was Jarvis Landry. 143 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. That's the Cleveland Browns receiver that everyone was excited to see. Mike Glennon did an amazing job in his debut. Didn't throw 1 interception. 235 yards and 2 touchdowns. But James Robinson really stood up that game. 128 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. And of course, 31 receiving yards. Man. There were no defensive plays. Who would have thought Mike Glennon would fought like that? Yet somehow come out with the loss, and yet the Jaguars still come up with the loss. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, so now we are heading into week 13, people. It's Tennessee Titans' turn to take on the Cleveland Browns next. That's right. And this one's for the tiebreaker, because the Titans, they don't have Raiders or Dolphins in this. No. They used up their AFC West and AFC East on the Broncos and the Bills. So yeah. This could be their chance. If they fall out of the AFC South, they have to win against the Cleveland Browns. You know what else Titans have to do this year? They also have to root for the Houston Texans this week. That's right. Game 1 between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans start next week. This one is at Houston, people. This one's at Houston. And then finally, the Jacksonville Jaguars. They go to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. All New York Jets fans are going to be booing the Minnesota Vikings this week because they want Trevor Lawrence on their team. So yeah, seriously, I hope Vikings lose that game, but still, let's just hope everyone does their best. See ya when I bring you more injury reports and when I bring you the next step news on the AFC South. Also, I'll be doing injury reports all for the Titans and Colts games all out because they're neck and neck for the AFC South, people. So anyway, see you when I bring you the latest injury reports.